If you visit Blocker's website, you can see pictures and videos of the soldiers behind the story, and you can also order your own copy of The Heart of Hell online. Sophia Campos, KSAT 12 News. The purpose of Bobcat Pause is to show the family and friends of the deceased that their loved one is not forgotten. For Bobcat Update, I'm Sophia Campos. Dozens of dogs on this property are living in unsanitary conditions, even standing in their own filth. So far, 84 dogs on this property have been pulled. Dennis Blocker made it his mission to find out what his grandfather endured during World War II that caused him to eventually commit suicide.
He'd been talking a lot of very dark thoughts, a lot of dark conversations about being depressed.
After Blocker's mother said she wanted to know why her father struggled to adjust to life after war, Blocker began investigating.
She remembered as a kid hearing him cry out in the night, hearing him shout out and groan and moan.
Most people know about the Marines storming the beaches of Iwo Jima on February 19, 1945, but there was a lesser-known recon mission prior to that battle.
The underwater demolition teams went in 100 frogmen, and they were covered by gunboats. And my grandpa was on one of these gunboats.
He learned more than he could have imagined about his grandfather and the other soldiers that fought alongside him.
I drove around all over the U.S. interviewing people that were there, and I ended up at the National Archives, and that's when I got to hold the actual deck log for my grandpa's gunboat. And the stories that I was getting from these fellas, I had never heard anything like that before. I'm an avid World War II buff, and I love documentaries and all the movies. I'd never seen a story like this.
Blocker knew he could write a book with all of his discoveries and worked with writer Mike Keyes to create The Heart of Hell. If you visit Blocker's website, you can see pictures and videos of the soldiers behind the story, and you can also order your own copy of The Heart of Hell online. Sophia Campos, KSAT 12 News. Student Foundation invites loved ones of the deceased to attend Bobcat Pause. At this event, they can see pictures of their loved one, hear from the university president, and watch a tribute musical performance.
Everyone knew Will on campus, like if not personally, and just by his face, just because he had an amazing spirit. So that's how I knew him personally.
This year marks the event's 29th anniversary, and it attracts family and friends of the deceased from all over.
That kind of impact, that's really beautiful because families are willing to travel from different states or even hours away, taking that whole day trip just to come and see a picture up on our campus.
Whether it's the loss of a husband, wife, professor, or friend, students who have lost a loved one are learning to cope with their new reality.
I've had so much support from my friends at Texas State and my family too. And I'm also going to counseling here, so that helps out a lot.
Although this event may be painful, it's also a time of reflection and remembrance.
Bobcat Pause and even funerals, they give people the opportunity to really face their grief and to face that pain and to talk about it and to talk about the person that they've lost. And in doing that, I think that's kind of where healing begins.
Francisco was the most dapper person you will ever meet. His favorite thing to do was to wear a suit. I remember one time he picked me up to do a Walmart run, and so I was in sweatpants, a big sweat t-shirt, and he's in a head-to-toe suit. So that just says a little bit about his character.
The purpose of Bobcat Pause is to show the family and friends of the deceased that their loved one is not forgotten. For Bobcat Update, I'm Sophia Campos. Last night and continued to disrupt the South today. A tornado touched down in Tulsa, Oklahoma last night, damaging homes and businesses and injuring 7 people. The already saturated southern states are getting more rainfall today. The severe weather is expected to last through Friday. Bobcat for a Day is an annual event in Texas State. The mentoring program offers Central Texas high school juniors an opportunity to be paired with a Texas State student for a day. The event gives high school students a chance to view a typical day in the life of a Bobcat. This past Tuesday, students attended classes, visited the library, had lunch, and toured the campus. They were also provided information on note-taking, time management, potential majors, and student organizations. A former Baylor University student, Janice Hernandez, is filing a lawsuit against the university. Hernandez claims Baylor failed to protect her after being sexually assaulted. A former Baylor football player, Tevin Elliott, was sentenced last year to 20 years in prison for attacking Hernandez. Hernandez claims the university failed to carry out its Title IX duties in offering assistance after the attack. Hernandez also claims the university knew Elliott had a history of sexual assault prior to her attack and was negligent to take action.